All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past Randomizer. I am Nitro6003, and for those who are just joining us here, in the last part, we did clear out Thieves Town. We could clear out the. So we have our first crystal. We cannot get into Swamp Palace yet. We can get into Pod now. The problem with Pod is that we're really low on money, and I think because of that, I'm thinking about going into Misery Mire. Because again, we need only 10 more Triforce pieces and we're done. So I think Misery Mire is a very valid choice here. You know, hopefully find either the hammer or whatever we need here. Alright, so this is a relatively quick dungeon, relatively speaking. We can't beat the dungeon even if we wanted to because we don't have Key and Samaria. Oh, actually, I think now Ice Palace is open as well, and there's 3 items there. There's a possibility as well to do Ice Palace. Yeah, so now Ice Palace is totally doable, as gross as that is. So that's never a good thing, but we'll worry about it. So I think we get the 2 items here, get out of Misery Mire, and hopefully find a... So no hammer, no mirror, no way to do Hera yet. So Hera's not possible at this point. So this is going to be really interesting to see what we want to do, because again, we don't have a lot of money. So like that's a huge problem right now, is that we're really, which is a problem in and amongst itself. You know, doing the Houlihan is a almost... Oh, and of course we get the God Mire when we can't do God Mire. Luckily, the enemies in here are relatively weaker. So it'll be what it'll be. But I think the thing right now is we still need so much stuff to do. So we gotta be careful of what we want to do next. Alright, so I think this may or may not. I mean, it really depends on what we get. I want to hope that this is the last part, but again, we still need 10 more pieces of the Triforce to make that happen, to finish it. And more importantly, we still don't have money. So I think there was money on the floating island, which I also can't get to. So we are in a really bizarre situation that I don't think I've ever been in Randomizer and not having money. And right now it looks like all the items will be on Vinny. Oh, there's keys. Tons of keys. But now there's 2 more chests that we can get to. 3, technically, with what we have. No fire rod, so no chance of anything like that. So we are going to have to do this the slow way. But there are 2 more checks that we can do, and that's it. It's not going to give me a full heart refill, of course. And we are going to go through this as careful as possible because we don't have a lot of health. I mean, I do have a blue potion, but I just really would rather not use it. Especially so deep in. So just have to push all these blocks. And this is unfortunately going to be the last check we could do here. This is a pendant. Again, not that it matters. Yeah, this is the final check. So the last item is on Vidi. I think the answer almost has to be we're going to do some flipper checks, but I think Ice Palace could be the answer. Still no mirror. Still no hammer. I mean, realistically, we may not even need that stuff, but the problem is we still need a ton. We don't actually have access to a lot of stuff. We can do pod, but we're 30 rupees short of that. So, like, if I can get one of the 300s, that would pretty much put me to finish pod. So get into pod and do a lot of it. And there's money in pod, so we can reclaim some of it. Okay. Not here. So the question is where is... And unfortunately, money is not one of those things that you just get. So like I said, they take out money and they take out the bomb stuff. So like that stuff is all gone. I don't think I would do Zora now. Like even if I got the money, I definitely don't think I would waste it on Zora. Okay, so that was really unfortunate. But Zora could have... I mean, at this point, Aga 1 is pretty much... Well, there's a triforce piece there if we want to go get it, but... Oh, there's a second sword. I'm going to get that. I'm tired of being on fighter sword. And if we're going to go to Ice Palace next, then that is a thing. Okay, so finally have a second sword upgrade. Which, by the way, doesn't really help at the moment. We are still missing 3 crucial items, which would be very helpful to have. Yeah, I think Ice Palace could be... Well, there's always Eastern too. Yeah, I think Eastern might be the next choice after this. But let's at least do Ice Palace. As much of it as we can. no hammer, no fire rod. It's just gonna be gross. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna set up the bomb jump or not. Actually, it really doesn't even matter to do without hammer in here. This is probably not the best choice. But again, no money for Pod. No money for Kiki, the extortionist. And yeah. So yeah, there's very limited stuff that we can get in Ice Palace without the hammer. You can't do anything on that side right there. That's all out of logic without the hammer. I think if I got the hammer, I would nope out of here. Maybe. No. Yeah, there's no point in doing the bomb jump now that I think about it, because I can't complete the dungeon anyway. So there's really very limited choices as far as like what we could do. So I think I like that idea better. To not even bother with it. Probably would get it on my first try anyway, but kind of is pointless. And then we've had this ice rod for a very long time. Which always worries me. Like I said, there's no point in doing the bomb jump when more than likely I can't finish the dungeon anyway. And I ain't coming back here. I mean, GT could have some triforce pieces, but we only need 10. So, no big key. So more than likely, unless it's in here, this is a key. There's only one more chest that we could check. That's it. And I believe if it's the big key, it just gives us one more location we can check. If it's not, then that is a problem. Because then this is not the answer. And hammer will not be in here. But this is a relatively easy bomb jump to do. This one I fully endorse. Because it's easy. Alright, is this the hammer? It is not. Okay, so this is not the answer. Alright, we're going to Eastern next. A, there's an item still in there. And B, there's money to pay Kiki. So we can't do that. Plus, there's still Zora. But again, I'm not as concerned with Zora at the moment. Really need the hammer. So we can like do Hera. We still can't get into Turtle Rock because we don't no King of Samaria for Turtle Rock. So realistically, you know, Zora could have something and you were supposed to, you know, get it. He could have the hammer, but I think I like my play better because even if, because pod being bow locked means nothing. So we probably won't be able to finish it in this part either, which kind of makes me sad. And we should have, yeah, we should have everything we need other than the money. So just a matter of getting to the boss. Yeah, we're going to have to break this into yet another part as we try to find the answers that this seed is trying to do. So I don't really have a good response right now. So at least there's money in here, so we can get that. The boss will go down pretty easily. And then I have to see, like, is pod the next best play? I think it has to be. And if it's not in pod, then where the heck else would it be? But there is money here, which we are going to take. And then I have to go get my lunch. So we'll beat this boss, and then I will go get my lunch. And hopefully in the next part we'll be able to do some more stuff. Well, we will, because now we have money for the next part. So I'm kind of thinking, I think there is an item on desert, so I can always go back and do that. This should be pretty easy. And I don't even have to worry about extra arrows, because this guy will drop like a fly. So I think after Eastern, we can go back and do Hera. Sorry. Yeah. Alright, so I think what we're going to do now is we're going to take a break. And then in the next part, we're going to pod. Possibly desert, because realistically, there's not much more we can do. So, join me next time as we continue on in this Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past Randomizer Triforce Hunt. I'm Nitro6003, and I'll see you guys all next time.